So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 3 of our Portsmouth career mode on FIFA 15 Next Gen. And we're going to be kicking off this episode with a home game at Frapton Park up against Carlisle United. So hopefully we can perform as well as we did in the last episode and try and get the 3 points against Carlisle United, which would be a very, very promising victory if we could go ahead and get that. Once again, thank you so much for the views and the support you are giving this series. The impression I've got so far is that you guys are really enjoying it, and that is what I love to see. That is the reason why I do YouTube, is because if you guys say that you enjoy the videos and you keep saying how excited you are about this series and how you want us to progress further throughout the season, it really does make me happy, to be honest. But so we do get the first chance here. Hollands plays a wonderful ball through to Taylor. Taylor has a good shot. It was a good save by the Carlisle United goalkeeper, but thankfully Loza was there. Our 59 rated new striker that we brought in for only 60,000 was just an absolute bargain, and he picks up his first competitive goal, and it was a good goal as well. Even though it was an open goal, he did do well. I thought he was going to miss it because he actually hit it towards the keeper's side, but thankfully he did get enough power on there, and it was actually a pretty decent finish from Loza there, the 60,000 man, which I think he could really be the hero throughout the whole of this series, because he's going to be referred to as a 60,000 man because that is all he cost us. But we do get another chance here. This time Bartram runs down the wing. He does very well to cut back inside. He plays a wonderful through forward to Taylor. Taylor does actually pick up the ball. It was a good shot, but unfortunately the goalkeeper does make a good save, but the defender nearly ends up putting it into his own back of his net. But thankfully for them, they did actually, or fortunately for them, their defender did actually have enough pace to actually catch up with the ball. But straight after that, Robinson does pick up the ball. He plays the ball to Dunn. Dunn does very well here to find Bartram in space. Bartram plays a wonderful through to Hollands. Hollands has a good shot, and it was a very good save. Then it hit the post, and that was actually it for that attack. It was like 5 minutes of major attacking from us, and we did really well to actually nearly scored 2 goals, but as you see there, the replay of Loza's goal. Unfortunately for us, the goalkeeper did actually make a save, which he did then push it onto the post, and before that they nearly scored an own goal as well. But I believe that is for this counter-attack. We do actually win the ball back. It comes to Loza. Loza has a good shot. He cuts back inside with his left foot, but unfortunately gets too much power on it, and the ball just does go over the bar and doesn't trouble the Carlisle United goalkeeper. But that was it for actually that counter-attack, so we've done really well there. But in the 45th minute, we do get another good chance. Dunn here plays the ball to Hollands. Hollands plays the ball to Loza. Loza plays a 1-2 with Taylor. Taylor does very well to play the ball over the top to Loza. Loza was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but unfortunately for us, Loza could only manage to hit the post. I thought he should be scoring from there, but unfortunately he didn't. But it just proves that Loza, it looks like he's nervous at the moment, but I think once he settles in, he could be the star, because he is just incredible, to be honest. I just love playing with him. His pace is incredible. We do get a very good chance here right after half-time. It was a lovely deep possession from Wallace here. Jeb Wallace has deep possessed him. He plays the ball to Taylor. Taylor, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but unfortunately his shot was pretty diabolical. Our 62 rated striker, 26-year-old, who I'm not sure whether to keep him or not, because he's okay, but whether him or Westcar, because I think Loza is going to be the starting man. But also another player is the other player that we've got, I can't remember his name now. Anyway, Story is the other player that we've got, which I believe is a very good player. But we do actually end up going 2-0 up against Carlisle here at home with another very good goal, and this time from Hollands. It was a wonderful cross there from Loza. Loza puts a wonderful ball in the box. It comes to Hollands. Hollands in space. The goalkeeper tries to come out. Unfortunately for them, doesn't get there, but thankfully for us, Hollands does get there, and it's a wonderful header past the stranded goalkeeper, and it just proves that we can score goals. Anyone on pitch can score goals. It just proves that we have got quality all around, especially for a club in League 2. But as you see there, we do actually make some substitutions here. Loza does actually come off for Story, I believe. Or no, he doesn't. He comes off for our new guy, the one that we signed from Sunderland for 110,000. If you guys can remember, we did bring this guy on, and pretty much straight away, within 7 minutes, he was through on goal. And you just have to wait and see what happened, whether he scored or not. But as you see there, Dunn does actually come on for our new striker, and Ertel comes on. But here, Lawson plays the ball to Taylor. Taylor here runs at the defender, plays the ball through to Lawson. Doesn't take a touch. No, he doesn't. He fires it straight with his left foot into the top corner. And to be honest, I could not believe it. I thought he should take a touch and then try and finesse it around the goalkeeper, but no. our youngster decides, wait a minute, let me just hit this first time, my left foot, the ball coming across, he hits it and it finds the top corner. It was a wonderful ball from Taylor there. It was a wonderful counter-attack as Carlisle United were trying to get themselves back in the game, and from the counter-attack it was through. He plays an absolute wonderful ball to him, and what a fantastic strike that was. The goalkeeper springing to his left-hand side, could not get there, and it just proves that we have got players that on the bench, even though he might not be the highest rated player that we've got, he is just a player that can really do well. And to be honest, the player that I am enjoying playing with the most so far is Jed Wallace. I think he has been an absolute animal. Actually, their loads does actually get a 9.7 rating and man of the match. But Wallace has been incredible. He's played really, really well throughout the whole of our 3 games so far. Bartram, to be honest, hasn't really got in the games so much. I think we might have to change Bartram onto the right mid just to see what happens. But actually, we do actually get the 900,000. Pretty much it's a loan offer. But this is what I didn't understand, because we went into loaning, then we said a future fee of 900,000, which means we should only have to pay his wage bill, not the 900,000, until the end of the season. But it didn't make sense. Jamie Murphy's, we tried every possibility we could do it. And I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys want me to get Jamie Murphy, but we're going to have to try and get him next year, because this year it's just going to be virtually impossible for us to pick him up, because they want 2.6 million for him, and we just haven't got that sort of money at Portsmouth. But I promise you guys, I will try and go in for him next year. Also, we made an inquiry for Tuba Akpom from Arsenal, the 18-year-old striker. I think he could be a good player, which I think could be a lot better than our striker that we do actually end up we try and do a straight offer for Tom Craddock. He's 27 years old, 58 rated, whereas Akpom could be in his high 50s, but he's only 18 rated, if you know what I mean. But James Wilson here from Manchester United looks a pretty decent player, but unfortunately they want 1.8 million for him, and unfortunately for us, we just do not have that sort of money to try and lure a player in. But actually, Lawson sparkles on his debut. Serge Gnabry, 1.2 million. Tyler Blackett is a player that we pretty much interested in, but the only thing it puts off is a 7,000 salary per week. I don't think he's going to be that good, to be honest. I think he'll be probably a starting player, but is he worth nearly 500 grand plus a player plus 7 grand on the wages? I'm not sure, because actually they're Webster. I'm not sure whether Tyler Blackett is actually worth that much, but we do actually go ahead and offer him the bid just to see what's going to happen. Jesse Lindegaard, they want 1.1 million here. We do it because Tyler Blackett, he is a good player, but I don't think he's going to be the star player that can actually go up into the high 80s. He's not going to be that player, but he may be able to, if we bring him in, he may be able to strengthen the back line instead of Robinson or Chorley. But even though they're getting old, they are doing pretty well so far at the start of the season. So maybe we just have to stick with them two until January. In January, we will then know the squad a lot better, and therefore we will know what position we need to strengthen. Our next game, though, and final game of the series, of the episode, I mean, not the series, is against Stevenage. After the wins we've had, we should beat Stevenage. But then I looked at the league table, and Stevenage were actually sitting in 6th place. They were actually doing really well. Because to be honest, I don't really know much about League 2. I do know about the Championship and the Premier League, obviously, but League 2, I don't really watch it that much. I watch the Sunday Football League highlights on a Sunday morning, but that's about it. I know a few of the players, but not many of them. But as you see here, we just do mess around with the squad. We decided to play East right back, so East is going to be playing his first competitive game for us, and Winter, who is by far my favourite centre-back in my team at this moment in time. Even though he's only 59 rated, he is just like an animal. He's more like a 70 rated. He is really, really good. But actually here, it is going to be a difficult game up against Stevenage, but if we play it like we did against the other teams, then I think we will be able to get just have that little edge to try and beat Stevenage and take the points back to Portsmouth. So let's just wait and see what will happen during this game of FIFA 15. And my first impression of FIFA 15 is pretty good. I really do like it. I think it's really realistic. There's a few things that I think they should still improve for FIFA 16, but obviously there's always going to be things to improve. But to be honest, I think it was really good. Compared to what FIFA 14 does, I particularly didn't like FIFA 14 when it first came out, but this time I do actually like FIFA 15. But unfortunately for us here, at the start of the game, in the 12th minute, they do get a very good chance, but it's a wonderful save from Paul Jones there to actually deny Stevenage from getting the early lead there. A wonderful save with his feet. As you can see here, he does very well to adjust his feet just enough to get the slightest touch on it and push it around the post, which I was very pleased about. But Story does play the ball out wide to Wallace here. He does very well. Jed Wallace, running out the defence, plays the ball to Loza. Loza cuts through on his left foot, but unfortunately, once again, Loza hits the post, and Loza has hit the post twice in 2 games, and he's scored. So he's just to prove to you guys, I think we have found a future star. I know it's a bit risky saying that, but I honestly do think we have found a future star, or we have found a star in the making, because I think he is a really promising player. But actually there, Paul Jones once again making a very good save, and Stevenage, to be honest, were all over us in their game. We did not have many opportunities apart from Lowe's. They do get a good chance here. The ball gets across, and they were free at the back post, and thankfully for us, he could not put his shot on target, because if that was on target, we would have found ourselves 1-0 down, which would have been very disappointing. But here in the 67th minute, they get another chance here. Lee plays the ball, and Zola plays the ball back to Lee. Lee plays the ball back to Zola, and Zola was through one-on-one with Paul Jones, but thankfully for us, Paul Jones comes out and puts Zola off, and he does actually put his shot wide. But that's pretty much it for this game. It was a pretty boring game. Nothing really much happened. Loza had our best chance of the game, but to be honest, I think a draw was quite a good result considering how well we played. We didn't play well whatsoever. We played awful, and I thought we were going to lose it, but to get a point away from home is always a good result, up against someone that are pretty much in the same region of the league as you. But as you can see here, there's a few players that you guys are thinking, why on earth is he bidding for players like this? And I'm not bidding for him. Basically, I'm just trying out new things, scouting players, etc., etc., just to see how they are, see how good they are. But actually, their transfer offer was actually accepted for Tyler Blackett. But as you see, there's 7,000. We wasn't sure what to do, but we do go back in and offer 6,000 this time. We do actually lower it, but we offer him an important first-team player. We were thinking about giving him a clean sheet bonus, which in fact we actually did do, a 5% clean sheet bonus, just to see if that can lure him away from Manchester United. But this guy here looks like an absolute beast. A 63 rated free agent, 19-year-old centre midfielder, looks very, very good. Pedro Azog. He's only 3,000 going to cost on the way budget, so I think we could bring him in. But that is actually going to be it for this episode. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like down below, as it is very much appreciated. Also, if you want another episode up later on today, please hit that like button, and I will try and get another episode up for you later on today. So thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.